Good afternoon, guys. It's working, bringing you a very quick update on EOS. Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. We're looking at EOS to the US dollar. This is the 4-hour chart on Bitfinex, guys. And, with EOS right now, I would prepare for anything. It's a very interesting chart. We're looking at an uptrend here that's been respecting this ascending support line since about May 27th here. Tested it quite a few times, continues to respect it and continues to bounce off. Trajectory is up from an Elliott perspective. We should see one more wave up. We're seeing a very, very clear 1, 2, 3, 4, and this should be a fifth wave here coming right up. And again, this has been very technical the entire way out. I've counted this out for you guys many times in the past. Clear subwaves, clear, everything, just looking almost perfect. Even technical to the point to where if I go swing low, swing high, from our bottom, swing low, swing high up to the top of wave 1. We got a perfect hit right here off the 786 fib, a very, very, very deep retracement, but still technical nonetheless. And then with that deep retracement of wave 2, we'd expect a shallow retracement of wave 4. What did we get? Swing low, swing high at the top of wave 3. We had a perfect hit right off the 382, which is probability-wise, that's exactly where that wave, given that we retraced to the 786, that's exactly where that wave 4 should have hit, and it hit just perfectly. So we're seeing a lot of structure again in the market, guys. One of the things, though, that I'm not liking that I'm seeing here is price came up here and we just came to a dead stop right at the prior high of this candle here, creating almost a double top. Now, we haven't had a strong rejection yet, but still, the fact that price came up here and double top and has just kind of stalled, to wait and see. We need to see price break above this prior wick. So in other words, break above about, what is that, about 6.51. It's literally paralleling it right now, and we need to say it break above. If it does break above that, guys, I think we'll very quickly rise to about 6.88, 6.90, somewhere thereabouts. And if it can break above this descending resistance line here, this yellow line here, I think we'll quickly rise into this order block here between $7 and 7.30. That's going to be a very strong supply zone right in here, guys, a very strong resistance. Going to take a lot of volume to get past that. In my opinion. That's just kind of what we need to be keeping an eye on. One of the things, though, I'm not liking right now, if I zoom in here, guys, we can see clearly, as I said, this is creating a perfect double top. If we look at our indicators here on the 4-hour, we can see the histogram created a lower high. That's clear bearish divergence. We're seeing the same thing on the 4-hour, the same thing on the 4-hour RSI and this 4-hour stock RSI, all showing bearish divergence. If I come over here, pull out to the daily, what do we have here? We have a clearly price made overall. We have a larger downtrend. I don't think anyone would argue with that. Big picture downtrend. And again, from this point to this point, we created a lower high so far. If I come in here and I look at the histogram, what do we have? Again, we were looking at a downtrend. If I look from the same point, this point to this time, we have a higher high. Again, from a downtrend, looking to the upside, that's hidden bearish divergence, saying that we may have just seen the top and we can expect a possible pullback. So we are seeing multiple indicators of a possible pullback. Again, that doesn't mean that has to happen. In a normal market, I would say we'd absolutely be expecting a pullback here very soon, and we very well might see that pullback if we don't break above this wick here very, very in the near future. This support is going to, or this resistance is only going to hold so long before it either breaks or rejects price down strongly. If and when it does end up breaking down, guys, we're going to test this ascending support line, this yellow support line. If that does hold, that's going to be a very bullish indication. If that breaks down, it'll break down to at least $6, possibly down here to 580. That 580 needs to hold. If we do drop below this prior candle here, the prior low of this candle, which is about 576, if we drop below that 576, then watch out below. I think it's going to be a very quick snowball effect all the way down. And again, guys, we're not there yet. It's going to be very interesting. We know that the futures contracts, if they haven't already expired, they're about to expire. And we know within about 24 to 48 hours after those contracts expires, historically, price has been very, very volatile, not necessarily up or down. We've had a mixture of both, but price gets very volatile and almost unpredictable after the futures contract expires. It's going to be very interesting to see what direction price is going to go. And at the moment, if I come in here and I look at my short positions, guys, Shorts are just in the last 8 or so hours are just starting to rise after a very big drop off here. We'll see if that continues. We look at long positions. Long positions have been moving sideways for a while. Again, they're also just starting to rise. I think retail investors are just now dipping their toes into the market, kind of hoping to catch a trend. Not really sure which way it's going to go, knowing that those future contrasts can bring a lot of volatility and a lot of uncertainty into the market. If we come in here and we look at our 4-hour chart, we're looking at moving averages. We can see, first of all, price is testing the top of the outer Bollinger Band, again suggesting a possible pullback, but we're well above the 8-day EMA. If we can hold above the 8-day EMA here on the 4-hour chart, that's going to be a bullish indication. Looking at the daily, daily is coming up here, just tested, almost tested the 50-day moving average, hasn't been able to break above it. If it does break above the 50-day moving average, that's going to be a very, very bullish sign as well, guys. But I wouldn't be surprised to see, as I said, we're testing the outer Bollinger Bands again. Wouldn't be surprised to see a possible pullback. If price does pull back, it needs to remain above the 8-day EMA on the daily chart here. Excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it there, guys. Again, a lot of uncertainty in the market. Just basically prepare for anything. If you're wanting to enter a position, you wanted to play a quick scalp trade, I'd watch for this pullback here. Possibly get a quick scalp here when it touches this trend line, expecting a possible bounce, knowing that it might break, having your stop loss very, very tight. One place that I wouldn't play that, in my opinion. It wouldn't be worth the risk to reward. What I might play is if price does end up breaking down, testing this $6 range, I might have a couple buy orders stacked between $6 and $5.90, expecting a possible bounce off that range. But again, very tight stop losses here, guys. The safest bet would be to stack your buy orders at about 580, between 580 590, expecting a bounce at that 580, possible double bottom, and then right back up, knowing though that if that does break down, it could completely collapse. So again, having my stop loss is very, very tight. So the takeaway message here is, guys, there's a lot of uncertainty in the market, and at this point, as an analyst, I want to tell you that price is definitely going to go up or go down, but I can see scenarios in either direction, and you really need to be prepared for anything. And if you're uncertain, guys, at this point, I would be sitting on the sidelines. If you're in a long position, I would be adjusting my stop losses, maybe have my stop just below this prior wick here, just below the ascending support line here, knowing that if price breaks down, you could at least secure some of your profits. So I'd be raising my stop loss with price. That's just my opinion, though. Price could take off here. We could go on a stop plan. Really, with the volatility that comes with after futures markets expiring, anything could happen at this point, guys. So again, I just want you to be prepared. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it there. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, please let me know in the comments section below. And as always, guys, please take care of yourselves. I'd appreciate an upvote or a like if you guys wouldn't mind. Just lets me know you want me to continue to make these videos. And until next time, guys, take care of yourselves. This is Working, signing out.